This is LGR, London Greek Radio.
Κατέβασε τη δωρεάν εφαρμογή του London Greek Radio από το App Store για iOS και Google Play για Android και συντονίσου. London Greek Radio 103,3 μας φέρνει πιο κοντά.
Black Friday has become one of the busiest shopping moments of the year, and with millions of parcels expected to hit doorsteps across the UK, the peak delivery season is officially underway. Joining me to unpack this growing trend and to give us practical guidance on navigating deliveries this season is consumer expert Jane Hawkes, also known as Lady Jane, the Queen of Customer Service. Jane, welcome and thank you for joining me today. And let's start with the scale of what's coming. Is Black Friday now firmly becoming the busiest shopping day of the year? And do you expect parcel deliveries to keep rising in the years ahead?
Well, hello, Vasoula, and thank you so much for chatting to me. The invitation is much appreciated. So, yes, Black Friday is firmly established as one of the busiest, if not the busiest shopping day of the year. Within that also got Boxing Day, Super Saturday just before Christmas, and Cyber Monday. Now, the sales stretch out over the whole Black Friday period. It's not a day anymore. It's become like a season, as we know. But parcel volumes will still peak over this Black Friday weekend itself. And as online as demand and popularity of online shopping grows, and so will inevitably the number of deliveries. Just to give you an idea of the scale of things, last year, Every delivered a record 3.8 million parcels on the Monday after Black Friday, and that figure is expected to reach over 4 million this year. And across the October-December peak, they handled 173 million of the UK's 1.29 billion parcels, so over a billion parcels whizzing through the system.
Oh, that's a huge number. And now the research also says about neighbourly support. It really has a feel-good factor. Parcels, WhatsApp groups, people getting to know each other for the first time. But is there also a practical reason behind these growing trends? Why are we seeing so many people stepping up as neighbourhood parcel helpers, Jane?
Absolutely. It is quite heartwarming, isn't it? It's kind of that love actually feel about Christmas. But in the research commissioned by Every, 1 in 3 Brits have gone out of their way to take in a parcel for a neighbour. Nearly 4 in 10 say their community pulls together during the holiday rush. Third say they're stepping up as neighbourhood parcel helpers. Hope everyone's feeling really warm inside right now. 1 in 3 people say they've actually got to know their neighbours specifically because they accept a parcel for them. 1 in 6 have now a dedicated parcel pal, which I think is lovely. And 7 out of 10, so 70%, plan to actually keep up and keep up this neighbourly spirit. But you're absolutely right. Yeah, it is nice to be nice, but it's also quite practical and effective. It's a community response to a system under pressure. And although in an ideal world, then we would want to be having to reach out to other people and have to do a job that you'd expect done. But it's better to do something than nothing, and people often aren't home a lot nowadays, and they need assistance with parcels and deliveries, so neighbours can step in to mitigate it.
That's so kind. Very nice. But we know that not every delivery story has a happy ending. What would you say are some of the biggest customer service issues people face with parcel deliveries, especially during Black Friday and Christmas?
That's very well put. Yes, loads of issues, and they're issues that, as you know, they're every day, but they've become particularly more tricky around these busy times. Missed or failed deliveries, inaccurate or unclear details, parcels arriving damaged or not at all. Slow, inconsistent service. A real issue is the difficulty or inability to contact customer services. It's really important that you complain to the right person. If you've made a purchase, then your contract is with the retailer, not the courier. You may, of course, do a dual-pronged approach and approach the courier if you wish, but your contract is with the retailer, so make your problem theirs. And there may also be accessibility issues that some customers face.
So if something does go wrong, what are people's rights? And what's the best first step, Jane?
Yeah. Well, first rule of thumb is, as I've just said, just to when you agree to buy goods, you enter into a contract with a retailer, not the courier company. However, if you have arranged the courier collection or delivery yourself, so it's something that you are sending, then you then have that contract with the courier and you will complain to them. But complain to the retailer if you've made a purchase as soon as you become aware of any delay, damage or loss. And this applies even if you feel that it is poor customer service on the part of the courier. Because under the Consumer Rights Act 2015, it's the retailer that's responsible for making sure your order is delivered to you at your address or to an agreed alternative safe place. And it's up to them to then sort it. Just going back to what we said before about neighbours pitching in and getting a parcel pal. This is all great, and it's nice that people are doing that. Just a word to the wise, if you specify a safe place for delivery and something goes wrong, your order could still be deemed as received. If you didn't provide specific delivery instructions, then again, we're back to the retailer who is responsible for that purchase until you received. And there are some companies that do try and fob customers off in this respect. So if they bat it at you, then bat that straight back at them.
So would you say, Jen, that it's safe for us to pick up a neighbor's parcel because we don't know what's inside? I know it's becoming more tricky, but I heard a few people say, oh, I'm worried because I don't know what's inside and I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, I think the point here behind the research is that it's kind of an agreement that, someone becomes your parcel pal and someone says, oh, I'm going to be in, like, for example, I work from home, so I'd be happy to be someone's parcel pal because I'm here during the day. And I know that some people want to be away with work, school run, the school after school clubs, there's the Christmas shopping, Black Friday shopping, whatever. So that's, it's a community effort and to become parcel pals and maybe sharing in local group chats to get, details and updates and agreed safe drop-off points. So, and you don't necessarily have to even have a parcel pal if you'd rather have your parcel delivered to a locker or a shop so you can collect it at your own convenience. That might be your preferred option.
Thank you, Jane. And given the pressure on couriers during peak season, how can communities work together to help things run smoothly and to make the couriers feel a bit better, nice?
Yeah, if you do have a good courier, it is the season and all that, and it is nice to recognise their efforts, even if it's just a little card, a little gift, a little thank you, even just a thank you and a token of appreciation, because especially at this time of year, they come out in all weathers as well to be able to deliver your parcel to you. It's an opportunity to reach out in your local neighbourhood, maybe connect with neighbours that you haven't done before, check on vulnerable neighbours to ensure their parcels are secure and ask if they need help, especially with scams being rife as well. And also some people might not want to ask you if you can do it because they might not know your daily routine and that you're there on, at home or during the day to be able to receive parcels. But if you don't ask, then you don't find out. So it's about starting those conversations, really.
That's true. Thank you, Jane. And finally, what are your last tip for consumers to ensure the parcels arrive safely and without stress during the festive rush, Jane?
Yeah, we definitely don't want any stress. So it's stressful enough, isn't it? Well, ensure those courier instructions are crystal clear. Download the courier apps. And ensure you set delivery preferences. Interestingly, 45% of every customers haven't done that. So it's a good time for you to check those preferences. And you can nominate a neighbour if you wish, or an appropriate safe place, or that you prefer that your delivery goes to a parcel shop or a locker, as I said. And, send parcels timely, last minute posting, even though there are last minute dates. It doesn't mean you have to do it that late. Lots of factors can affect delivery times. They could be well outside the courier control as well. I'm thinking seasonal and practical challenges. I'm thinking weather. We have a lot of, we have lovely weather in this country, but it doesn't really help when you're trying to make lots of deliveries in the rain or whatever other plague of weather comes along. So be patient if you can. And if you do need to complain, then do it by the correct channels and don't, once you've put in your support request, then don't send multiple because it just clogs up the system and then it delays everything just like a parcel.
Yes. So we have to be patient and organize. Jane Hawkes, Lady Jane, thank you so much for your insight And as we head into the busiest delivery season of the year, it's encouraging to know that communities are coming together one parcel at a time, and to make it all a little easier, kinder, and even more sustainable. Wishing everyone smooth deliveries, happy neighbors, and a stress-free festive season. Jane, thank you again for joining us.
An absolute pleasure, Vasoula. Thank you very much.
This is LGR, London Greek Radio.
Ο αγαπημένος σου ελληνικός σταθμός στα social media. Ακολούθησέ μας στο Instagram και στο TikTok, βρες μας στο Twitter και κάνε like στη σελίδα μας στο Facebook London Greek Radio.